Andy, thanks for joining us after that. Not the result we were after.
No, really disappointing result, to be honest, Nick. In a game that perhaps not so much in the first half, but second half I thought we totally dominated the ball. We have actually created a few chances, probably to do enough to get ourselves back into the game and either force a draw or go on and win the game. But yeah, disappointing really to the way we played in the first half and to go in at yeah, it was 2-1. Was it 2-1 at half time? Mm-hmm. Yeah, going 2-1 down, not ideal. I thought the game overall I didn't think was very good, to be honest with you. I thought the standard was pretty poor, and yeah, just really feel like it's a big missed opportunity from progressing in the FA Cup, which is really disappointing.
You touched on it there. You disappointed not to take more chances during that game?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is if you're creating chances, that's a positive, right? Because you're playing well enough to create those opportunities. But I actually thought for the dominance on the ball, we didn't create enough chances based on possession, really. If you look back at the chances that we did create, obviously we've scored a penalty, we've missed a penalty. We've had one cleared off the line in the first half from a yard. I don't know how that didn't go in, and we've had, I think, 2 other good chances in the second half. For the level of ball we had, is that enough? I don't think so. So that's a big concern for me.
How do we work on this?
I think we need to look at our attacking options. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'll be blunt about it. I feel like we're lacking something up there. I feel like we need to perhaps see if we can bring someone in who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Because if you haven't got that, you ain't going to win games of football. Simple as that. So I think that's something that, as a management team, we need to address. Obviously, you can work on finishing drills and shooting drills all day long, but if it doesn't come naturally to certain players in certain areas, it's never going to come. So I think that's probably one for the management team to work on off the pitch.
How much of a miss do you feel the Welling players were?
I mean, I wasn't at the game last week, so I didn't see them. But from looking back at the VO, I think it was a big miss. Sam Bayford's an outstanding player. You've seen that with his goal and his work rate last week in difficult conditions was outstanding. And Donny has just been solid since we've had him all pre-season. And I think lacking a bit of energy perhaps without Sam in the middle of the park. And Donny's just steady and composed. And I mean they've all had that opportunity around Welling's first team, so we know that they're decent players. So you're always going to miss players of that standard. But that is part of the setup that we've got with Welling, and we have to accept it. I still think we should have had more than enough to deal with the opposition today.
How much of a disappointment is it to not progress?
Yes, it's a tough one to take, to be honest. There's a couple of reasons. For me personally, going back to Sheppey would have been a great day out for everyone. It's a fantastic club with good support, and it would have been brilliant to go down there and test ourselves against higher opposition. From a club perspective, obviously the financial benefit of winning a few games in the FA Cup, we're going to miss out on that, and it's crucial to a club our size, to be honest. So there's two sides of it, and they're both not very nice to take, to be honest.
So looking ahead then, back to the bread and butter, Snodland Town at home.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things that we just said, that you've got to try and pick some positives from the game, and I think one, the dominance on the ball is a positive. And the fact that we did defensively, we looked solid, I thought. So it wasn't like that we conceded a fantastic goal, by the way. Other than that, I can't remember much work our keeper having to do, to be honest. So I think going into we'll train in the week. We'll get back to it. We've obviously started fantastically well in the league, and we want to continue that. But certainly we're under no illusions that if we turn up and put that level of performance in against the side like Snodland, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So it's going to be a week of tough work, and then hopefully we can put this result behind us on Saturday and try and get something out of the game next week.
Brilliant. Cheers, Andy.
Cheers, Nick. Thank you.